So one of the reasons why I'm not going to go into any of the facilities, like Safe Harbor or Fanny Allen or whatever, I can email them, and once they're told I'm a domestic violence victim and whistleblower and child sex trafficking victim, still being harassed by the same people, the same criminal organization that came after me as a kid, and they're impersonating law enforcement while their drunk, high cronies admit that they do work for law enforcement, just Weinberger and Hoare, not Bernie Sanders and Sarah George and Mayor Mulvaney Stanek. Once I get that on the record, they've got no wiggle room. They've got no plausible deniability, and it's win-win for me and lose-lose for them. They can't say they didn't know. They don't get to interrupt me and try to control the conversation like that asshole at BPD, that social worker, making sure that I didn't get certain things on the record so she could say, well, she didn't tell us this, she didn't tell us that. Plus, if I'm in the facility, it falls under malpractice, which gives them a whole lot of wiggle room. Not much. What I'm recording isn't much, but when they're sending their patients, when they're telling their patients my fucking history and having their patients watch my goddamn social media and then sending those people to fuck with me and steer me to them, that doesn't fall under malpractice. That they're not practicing medicine. I'm not their patient. They shouldn't be out fucking with me at all. It's just straight up HIPAA. It's just felony, tampering, obstruction, whatever the hell the special prosecutors, murder, capital homicide, that's what it is. Once you step into their clinic, it's kind of like Miranda for somebody who wants to report a crime. Once you call 911 and have the cops come to you, or make a report on the phone or online, or you walk into the police department, you've automatically surrendered your Miranda rights. Which is another thing. When they come to me at McDonald's, at the park, here at GMT, on the bus, wherever, the library, wherever, and they open their mouth to me, or they're sitting there stalking me, if they're within my sight, that means they've got me under illegal surveillance. They've surrendered their Fifth Amendment rights. Because they know the police, the uncorrupted police, have me under surveillance. So if they're anywhere near me, they're automatically under Hochul's surveillance. Or her independent investigators, NYOIG, whatever, and Vermont State Police. They have no wiggle room. None whatsoever. They have a lot of explaining to do. She's not your patient. Why did you tell your patient all of her history? Have them spew it out to her, watch her social media, and then contact her when she's not your fucking patient. There's no justification for that. None whatsoever. Now, some of these people are social workers. Burlington Housing Trust doesn't fall under, doctors. Though I do recall the one guy, that ugly-looking fucker that exchanged phone numbers with me at the protests in front of the federal building behind me. And he was trolling me at the bagel shop down there on North Avenue next to Hannaford. He said, I said, who's their medical provider? Safe Harbor, right? Oh, no, it's somebody else. Oh, I can't think of the name. I'm just a volunteer. Doesn't matter. All of you answer to Paul Dragon, who's a fucking administrator at UVM. And this building right here, the Department of Health. You've got no fucking wiggle room. You're fucked. And when I call police and the dispatcher doesn't ask me for any don't ask me a name, don't ask me a gender, doesn't ask me a description. Either the dispatch or the police officers, that ought to make you real fucking nervous. And the state police are listening to the call. So I'm out hustling up cash. I have got to do my laundry. It's getting chilly out. I've got to wash my sweats, my sweater, my jacket. Definitely got to wash my sleeping bag. Smells horrendous. I got to get some laundry done. Thought I was going to have to get new shoes. I am going to have to get some winter shoes at some point. But I took the El Cheapos I got from Dollar Tree and cut off the soles and shoved them inside the gray ones that have big holes in the bottom of them. And now I've got super chunky, much more comfortable shoes with soles that don't have holes in the bottom, and they're thicker, so they're... I just did a whole lot of walking on Church Street, and I'm in nowhere near as much pain as I would normally be. I mean, I'm tired, I'm hot, but I'm not in a lot of pain from it. My feet aren't killing me, my legs aren't killing me. So shoes make all the difference. Yeah, I'm just letting it sink in that they killed another one of the ICE agents. She wasn't stalking me the way the others were. They mostly used her and her boyfriend to steal a car and then try to get me in the vehicle and sell me strips so they could claim that, oh, she's doing drugs. Never mind the fucking surveillance sees I'm not. I mean, if I were an addict, I'd be down here. When I had my Social Security, I'd have been buying a big fucking 8-ball and selling it for a fucking make $2-3 grand. So their whole fucking narrative is gone. Piper, I don't even understand. You're hanging on by you're grasping at straws at this point. Your whole narrative is fucking gone. The state police have had me under surveillance for 6 fucking years. They saw how I spent my money. They're down here watching me. I was down here for 3 fucking hours. It's about to be 4 because I missed my bus. I'm not out here smoking crack or smack or shooting or none of that shit. I ain't selling, I ain't dealing. I'm not talking to myself. Your fucking people are the ones yelling and screaming at people who aren't there. Oh, by the way, the Asian screamer last time he was in McDonald's, he quit all that shit. He just quit it at all. Because if I call police and he's doing that, police might just roll up. And then outreach is going to have a lot of explaining to do as to why they thought I was the mental case when he's the one on camera talking to people who aren't there, yelling and screaming and acting a fool. That dog ain't going to hunt. But the fact that they told him to stop it, and he did, because I said I would call the police if it kept up. Now you're all fucking painted into a corner. It's absolutely astounding. This level of stupidity is fucking mind-blowing. Nobody could conceive of this. Especially from oligarchs with all that fucking education, all that fucking money, who know that there's an investigation into their investigation. Jesus Christ. Every time I see one of them now, I'm just like, it's all I can do not to start howling and laughing my ass off. They got a new guy they recruited. The guy with the fucking capris on, basically, that was at the library asking me what time it was when there were 6 fucking clocks on all those clocks on every computer. Sure enough, he was down here with the one who said that Paul was part of it, the one who fingered Paul. So, yeah. So here's another thing. You're homeless. You ain't hanging out in Essex. There's no nothing up there. There's no people walking around giving away food. There's no place to really panhandle right there. And what's more, the Asian screener orders off the kiosk. He's got a debit card. That means they're probably giving him SSI. Means you've got some sort of income.